Now, we talk about fake news now. What we were seeing then was downright lies. It was absolutely frightening. The right-wing press were vicious against homosexuals. There was no support at all. There was no legal thing. If you were found to be lesbian and gay and a teacher, the chances were you'd be sacked. Because I was a drama teacher, and I'm white and I'm middle class, I had used my privilege to be out. So I have always been out in the classroom. Sometimes there would be, I'd be yelled at me that I'm a lesbian, and I would turn around and say, well, that's not news. Everybody knows that. Why do you feel the need to shout it out, etc. About a year later, I'm in the classroom. I walk into the classroom, and written on the blackboard is Sue Sanders is a lesbian, all spelt right. Very impressed. So I said, well, do we need this up? I mean, I thought everybody knew. What's the big deal? Oh, well, miss, etc. So I rubbed it off and said, this is the work you need to do. Well, we want to talk about it. I said, well, too bad. You've got work to do. If you finish it all, maybe we've got 5 minutes at the end of the lesson. We can have a discussion. Well, was work ever done so fast? So we had a brief chat, and the usual questions were asked. The following day I go into school, and the head calls me in, and she says there's been a complaint. And I said, oh, interesting. What? Well, this mother thinks that you fragrantly thumbed your nose at society. Spelt beautifully wrong, and I didn't notice it. She gave me the letter, and I took it back, and my partner read it, and she started giggling. I said, what are you giggling at, Jean? This is a biggie for me. She said, have you really read this? And I said, well, yes. She said, well, you're not flagrantly thumbing your nose at society. Apparently you're fragrantly doing it. Which I thought, well, if you're going to do it, I guess do it with perfume, why not? Anyway, so the head then says, well, we'll make sure that you don't teach that kid again. And I said, what? Hang on. This isn't what we agreed in the equal opportunity policy. You're totally going against our principles, and indeed the local authorities' principles in doing this. Oh, well, that's what I want to do. Other teachers will tell you that if they were out, they went very quietly back in the closet, or they kept it very quiet. I mean, some teachers would say they're out, and I would say, are you out to the kids? And they say, oh, no. The shadow of Section 28 is very long. It is extraordinary to think that it has been dead for 15 years. You can go into schools now, and there will be teachers who are still afraid to talk about lesbian and gay issues. Their assumption that it's not appropriate, that it's not acceptable, that it's not legal is still there.